So recently I made a video talking about the sports card community, and I talked about some Facebook groups you should be a part of and some Instagram accounts that are worth to follow. Got a lot of good feedback over that video, but also a lot of people were saying, hey, you should engage with the content more. We want to see what's going on in those groups. So today, we're going to just look through some Facebook posts and try to get a sense for what the community is talking about, what people care about, and probably have a few laughs along the way. But first, here's the intro. So we're going to start in the sports card nonsense group. It's one of the largest groups, so therefore it's probably going to be a content farm with all kinds of stuff. Let's start here. Does all the allegations about LeBron starting gonna hurt his cards like it does to Bond, Sosa, McGuire, and A-Rod? For one, I just love how people write on the internet. That said, I'm a big LeBron guy, and I have no idea what he's talking about, and that seems to be the sentiment of the group. What are the rumors? He was at Diddy's party. I knew it. There's a lot of sarcastic comments. This is the internet. Just looking through the comments, it doesn't seem like anybody knows exactly what he's talking about. And it's weird because LeBron's the kind of guy that his breakfast is covered on ESPN, so who knows. Jason Whitlock said, Caitlin Clark should return to Iowa next season, make about $20 million in NIL, retire from basketball, marry her boyfriend, and avoid the nastiness that awaits her in the WNBA. I'm not joking. And Ray subtweeted it and said, read an interesting comment, not sure if he's right or wrong, just a conversation starter. Jason Whitlock is always wrong. She's a senior and can't return, at least not to play. That's what I was thinking. She has to draft this year, so that's probably the... But even hypothetically, if she could go back, would that be the move? I know Paige next year is probably going to make... She'll make more off NIL endorsements than Caitlin Clark's WNBA salary, for sure. But Caitlin Clark's still going to be able to farm NIL money from being in the WNBA. I didn't love the product on floor 7-8 years ago, but it's a whole lot better now. And I don't necessarily know, obviously I'm not a WNBA player, but I don't know that it sounds like an awful life. I do think they probably should be paid enough that they can just play a full season in the WNBA and not have to go abroad. This one's cool. Let me tell you about nonsense today. I hit my local flea market this morning, went to a card show, find this David Robinson signed pick with an inscription with number 50 in John 3:16. Asked the guy how much he wanted. He said 25. In my head, I'm like, no way, this auto is real. So I told him I got 20, so make it a deal. Right after I left the flea market, I took the photo to a sports card show and had JSA there. Everything came back legit. Probably one of my best finds yet. I've never done any JSA certification on the spot, but that's super duper cool. It's nice that he happened to transition from one to the other. Flea markets can occasionally be super underrated. I found some cool stuff there, sealed product that's criminally undervalued. The singles often at a flea market aren't the move. It'll be like a base LeBron card and they'll be like $12 because it's LeBron. But, you can find some good stuff if you know what you're looking for. Also, just fun fact, in this group, they use the word nonsense all the time, and it's an adjective, and it's good, and it's bad, and it's ugly, and it's amazing, and it's everything. It's very confusing. I get that that's the name of the podcast, but it's overused in the group, kicking the dead horse. This one actually made me laugh. It's a serial numbered card, number 3740 out of 2,995, so Canadian math? Tonight I purchased my first ever Illusions 2023 Blaster box. I think I got robbed. My man got robbed as soon as he bought that box. There is nothing inside that's going to offset. He did pretty good for what he bought. I'm seeing a lot of Anthony Richardson down here. Yeah, that's better than you can ever hope for. Ripping retail Illusions. That's the worst. It's a terrible product. For those that are convinced they have to charge $5 shipping. This one says for those who are convinced they have to charge $5 shipping on a $2 to $3 card, and it's a picture of the first class standard envelope for 64 cents. Nicely done, Roy, I agree. I hate getting price gouged on shipping. In fact, I won't even buy, which is dumb because if you're getting, if you just add it up and the net cost is about fair, then it doesn't really matter if you're paying for shipping or the card. But yeah, I agree. It's the optics. Can't do it. And this group doesn't allow sells, but they love to post, oh man, I hit this big card last night, number 35, Connor Bedard. And then I think the hope is that somebody's going to message them and try to buy the card. Monica shared that she'd spend all day with a shirtless Mike Tyson, sounds like a dream. There's a little conspiracy that if you buy a damaged box, you always get better hits. It's just kind of an online thing. So this guy bought his damaged box. And then you see this quite a bit here. They'll share the hits in the picture. So he got Jimmy. It's a net win. No matter what, if you get Jimmy, you got Brandon Miller. He covered up Brandon Miller with everybody else here. But Jimmy Butler and a purple LeBron. That's kind of cool. Damage box nonsense. Matthias says Pro Set gets some hate, but this is a gym. He's advocating for Pro Set as the owner of a one-of-one Pro Set rookie. Can't imagine that. It's like the equivalent of a Thai restaurant owner walking around telling everybody that Thai food's the best food. Joe Matt says nothing like ordering 6 slabs and they come in like this. Guessing he didn't like the sell price. LOL. Edit. Okay, so there's been 2 updates. My first thought is like, well, they did arrive. He put cardboard around them, and they got there. I don't know what the slabs are. If this was a Michael Jordan PSA 7 rookie, then it's going to be different, but it looks like it's John Bagley. And I don't even know if it doesn't look like a PSA slab to me. It's not going to be that big of a deal. But from his comment, all of you, it did arrive, Warriors. Yeah, it arrived like this. Scratches on the slabs and little to no care. I'm spending real money. I expect more than half our service. You all lazy, low-quality sellers, apparently. I wouldn't ship like this, but I also wouldn't go on Facebook and cry about it, for real. Unless it was a really nice card. Edit 2. Upon further inspection, one does have a small crack, and 3 others have scratches, so you know it's cool they got here. And this guy's a pansy. Seriously, they're all going to be scratched. It's a slab from the 86-87 set. Ooh. Hey, Flap agrees with me. Good job, Flap. This is really cool, David. Newest card to the collection. This card's huge, like postcard big. I never collected basketball cards and was so little I'd never seen these cards before. This one's really cool from David. He said newest card from the collection. It's really big. It's like postcard sized. He was little and never seen these cards when they came out. So 1976 cards are awesome. That is really cool. Look at the PSA holder. That's sweet, the oversized card. That looks really good. I like that. Hey, it's Jordan Love. Stoked for this one. Have sent a bunch RCs, Loves in, and this came back just Love. Hoping for gems on the rest. So fun story, actually, about Love. I have a sunglasses company I've mentioned a couple times, so Donald Driver reached out and he wanted me to donate softball glasses to this fundraiser with Jordan Love, so I guess that's gonna happen. That'll be fun. Good job, Jordan. Elliott shared his greatest hit ever, one of one Ellie Cruz. I was hoping for some comments. Patrick sharing his son's college fund. Hope you guys have a great weekend. So, it looks like a lot of Donruss and Hoops base cards. How many comments is it going to be before we get to the phrase community college? I have not looked. I have not cheated. We're about to check, though. Oh, there it is. I was getting nervous. It actually took like 8 comments. Maybe 10. But yeah, there's nothing here. These are all going to be super overprinted. Yes, Wembanyama is amazing, but it's just not the cards you should hold. I would rather have one numbered optic parallel than, or Donruss parallel even, than anything here, for sure. So after looking through some of these, the Facebook sports card groups, in theory, are a really cool idea. It would be a nice place to like ask questions and get responses, meaningful responses. But what it is basically is a lot of people flexing, a lot of people that don't know necessarily very basic questions, so they ask and get absolutely cooked, or people crying about other people. All that said, it's still a nice thing because community, even in these like online forum sort of ways, is still going to be the heartbeat of the hobby. And because of these people who are constantly interested in it, even if they're just roasting each other, the hobby is alive. So I encourage you guys, if you're interested, go take part in the fun. And maybe add a little bit more subject matter expertise to these groups instead of just cook people over their dumb questions. Thanks for watching this video. Come back and watch another one soon. See ya!